Okay, we
Woohoo!
are back. We are live
Back
here.
in
Hi,
action.
guys. Yeah.
Aloha.
Aloha Thursday, everyone.
I
Um,
know.
we're here, and I'm gonna let Kat start us off.
Yes, thank you guys. Hello, welcome everybody. It is Thursday. Welcome. We are super excited to be here today. The reason why we're here is because we want to help military families that are relocating to Hawaii. We want to give you information about housing, school, and how to use your VA benefits to purchase the piece of paradise that we all really want, the slice of paradise. And so that is what we're doing here today. I am Catherine Chong, and I'm with Coldwell Banker Pacific Properties and
Sharon Pena.
Aloha, guys.
Sharon
How you doing? I'm
Pena.
with Coldwell Pacific Properties as well.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
And I am Renee Christine Camp, Coldwell Banker Pacific Properties. Guys, we are here. Aloha where you live. That is our platform. Catherine and I joined forces, and we are here. AlohaWhereYouLive.com is our website. We are here on Facebook as well, Aloha Where You Live. And our passion is to connect valuable information to you. Specifically, we're here today, a special Aloha Thursday. We're normally Aloha Friday, but
Fridays.
we're special here.
Yeah,
Aloha
sorry.
Thursday.
My son, my husband's working tomorrow, so
Okay.
I was like, I can't do Friday, so we're doing Thursday. Aloha
we
Thursday.
are.
It can
We're
be
live.
aloha any day.
Yeah, it is.
honestly.
It is.
Every day.
I always say
Aloha
Aloha
Friday,
Monday.
Aloha Friday every day. Exactly.
Every day. And so but we are going to have a watch party. So we're going to have a watch party tomorrow, Aloha Friday at 12 noon, but we're here Thursday. If you are out there, do us a favor. Will you put a heart, tell us where you're at. We specifically are here to send out the information, broadcast it across the United States. So if you are joining us from any part of the United States, please comment where you're at. We'd love to just acknowledge you and say hi and hear where you're at, where you're from. Okay. So hey guys, we are going to do a special Memorial Day tribute right now, with Memorial Day being on Monday, May 25th. How appropriate for us on this military series, this real estate talk, to honor our military. So we've got a video for you. If you would tune in, please. We think, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise. We see them as something like the founding fathers, grave and gray-haired. But most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. We owe them a debt we can never repay. All we can do is remember them, what they did, and why they had to be brave for us.
Oh,
It's emotional.
I
it
know.
really was.
I mean, that is, yeah.
Yeah. And so, thank you to our servicemen and women. You know, thanks isn't enough. It's not just a simple word, but can we remember those brave men and women who literally laid down their lives for our freedoms, the freedoms that we Americans get to enjoy. Thank you. And then to all you military servicemen and women who are serving today, we don't take it for granted. We remember that you, every single day you go out there, you put your life in harm's way. And so we just send a special prayer of protection out to you. And this Memorial Day, would we all remember and give thanks for our military, our family? Whew, okay. So with that, on a lighter note, we're here. Aloha, where you live again
It's so,
is
such a heartfelt. But thank you.
oh,
Renee.
that was
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was, and you know, so but our hearts cry, our heart's prayer is that we bring information that's valuable to our military families to get today. Like Catherine said earlier, you know, we're just here to help. And so how can we make this a smooth transition for you and more so make you feel welcome? This is your home. Hawaii's going to be your home, whether you just got here or you're on your way here. We want you to experience the aloha spirit. And so that's why we're here. So
Yes.
Catherine,
Thank you,
take
Renee.
it away.
Yeah. Okay, Renee, can you share my screen, please?
Gotcha.
Thank you.
1 second. There we go.
Awesome. We're in action. Yay. Okay. So again, yes, thank you so much, Renee. And again, thank you to all the fallen, soldiers out there. We really remember you. We'll never forget. And for all of the brave young women and young men that are out there right now serving for our country, thank you so much. And this is why, again, we're here. We want to give you guys valuable information. And, whether you're PCSing, overseas or to Hawaii, it's always going to be a stressful time. So we want to give you some information to kind of help you in regards to Hawaii and the first things to do, right? And one of those things is contact us, please. When you do get your orders, give us a call. We'd love to just give you bare information, foundation, where to start, who to contact. We have local contacts here that we want to get you in contact with. And so that's one way, right? And then social media groups. There's a lot out there on Facebook that can help you with PCSing. So you could find anywhere from, items that are being sold all the way up to housing, right? The only one thing I do want to say is just make sure that you look at the source that it's coming from. Just kind of keep that in mind because there are a lot of groups out there, which is good, but then some that you will have to filter through as well. A second thing that is also a good tip is to have a PCS fund, right? Have some savings to help you, through this time, because there are going to be times where, you think that things are going to be covered and they're not. So to have that little cushion to kind of help you out in regards to that. And then getting all of your paperwork together and ducks in a row. I mean, that's the first thing and foremost, right? There's a lot of red tape when it comes to even housing and for school. So have that all together. And Renee is going to share a little bit about schools, located specifically near Pearl Harbor and Hickam. And so that's kind of the area location that we're highlighting today. And each military series, we're actually going to shift the locations to kind of give you really the full scope of what Hawaii is all about and where the different areas are. So that's why, again, we're here today for that. Also, your household goods, just to point out in regards to this, and I know, I share this because in my personal experience, I've worked on base as a relocation manager, and I saw a lot of things happen, right? There's a lot of red tape that you guys have to go through, and it's a difficult process. And sometimes families get pushed against the wall and they have to make quick decisions because of time and because of money, right? And because just not knowing what Hawaii is about, you just don't know. So with that, when you are considering base housing, they will sometimes, for like the Marine base, have, where did Sharon go?
Where did Sharon go? I don't know.
Oh no. What happened? So on base housing, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you'll
keep
give her a
going.
call.
She'll be back, right?
Yeah, she'll pop in.
Keep going.
But one of the things that is really important to know is that they will still offer you base housing, and that will be contingent, also connected to your TLA. So, which means even though your household goods have not arrived on island, right? If you've been working with DMO, what will happen is that they will still offer you housing, and they will consider that as a legitimate offer, and that could affect your TLA. And I know some families, it's a positive thing where sometimes they do want that furniture, but I know that other families, hey, welcome back.
Yeah, for some reason, my laptop just decided today is the day it wanted to shut down.
It's one of those days today. Technology today, it just happens. We're all getting used to all of this. I think
Plug it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I got my charger in now.
Usually my laptop lets me know it's about to die, but no, it just literally turned itself off, so it's okay.
Oh,
That's
no.
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we're glad you're here. You're back.
You're here, and we're not up to your part yet. So we're almost there. I was just talking about household goods and saying, on base, right? Housing and TLA, how it's connected. And really, again, if you don't have your household goods and they offer you a house, they will have loaner furniture, and that will be considered as an offer, and that could potentially affect your TLA. And I know that is a really stressful situation to be in for some families if they're not aware of that, because a lot of people want their own stuff, right? They don't want to be living in loaner furniture. But some people see a positive where, right, if they don't need to move all of their stuff, it's great. So, it's just the way that you look at it and whatever's going to be best for your family. And then last tip that I do recommend, I know for the Marine housing, they have their base orders listed on the website so that you guys can look through specifically, how they run the base, right? How they're offering housing, what's your priority, what kind of house you're going to qualify for. And that's a really good tip if you are going to be wanting potentially to live on base. You're going to want to know those rules. And so for Navy, I didn't find it on their website, but you can always request for it from the housing office if you want to look at it, which I highly recommend you do that so you see how they run the base. But they also have a program on their website called HEAT that you can actually go on before you even get PCS orders, and that you're going to PCS to Hawaii before they cut them. They can actually go and connect that way. I don't know exactly what kind of specific information they're going to have, but that will be there for you. And so, kind of just knowing your options again with housing is really great. But what we really want to touch is how you can utilize your VA benefits and why this benefit is really deserving for you guys to have. And it is something that you should all be utilizing. You've put so much sacrifice. And so this is a way that you can build your wealth, and not only build your wealth, but continue your legacy for your family, your kids, right? This is something that this can be passed down. And so that's why we have the incredible Sharon Pena, which you are
sideways.
You know what? I have a feeling some of my hacking friends might be popping in to mess with us today, but that's okay. It makes it fun.
I'm hacking her.
Can you?
How did I get to the right and the left hand side of the?
And how did?
Now I'm on the right side of the phone. But yes.
Can you turn your phone upwards? Let's see. There you go.
That's better.
It was because maybe you were riding the bikes in the back. It looked like you were like,
Yeah, I was literally doing a triathlon while you guys were like, oh, peace. Yeah. So
yeah.
now
Well,
that I'm back,
all
Yay,
right, girl.
perfect timing.
This
Because
is
you got the
this
info
is-
for us.
You got the info, and this is amazing. So Sharon, take it away, girl.
okay, so just first of all, thank you so much, Catherine and Renee. I cannot thank you two enough. Every day you're amazing and you're always such positive spirits. I love the embrace of open arms because when people move to Hawaii, it's such an amazing experience to really live the aloha. And so for you guys to create the website and also, this Facebook page and connect with other business owners and help the community, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure not only local families and military families, everyone can have a really good, genuine aloha experience. And it's unique. It's unique around the world. I've traveled to so many different countries and there's no place like Hawaii. It is incredible. So first of all, thank you guys for doing everything that you do. We appreciate it. We see it every day. And I just want you to know we're rooting for you. And the fact that you're even, created this episode for the Memorial Day and for the service members is so deeply touching because it is a special day. It is something to really appreciate. And the service members deserve, to have that extra benefit. And it's great. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to bring up some basic highlights and talk a little bit about why I do what I do and why I'm a huge advocate of the VA benefit. And a little bit about me. I was in the United States Navy. I used to trap foreign submarines, and then I ended up going to flight school and then wandering over into executive transport over in Kaneohe.
So amazing.
Girl power.
Woohoo!
I was very lucky. A lot of long hours studying, a lot of nights in while everybody else was partying. But the good news is the military, I was very fortunate for me to be in those avenues because I was able to put myself through and get a bachelor's degree in aeronautics, so paid for my education. And then it also helped not only me, but multiple other members buying their first home with the VA benefit. So I spent 9 years in, and in my 9 years in, not once did I ever use the $3,000 BAH, which for anybody listening might not know, that's a benefit the military service member gets. It's non-taxable, that basically provides their housing. And usually people live on base. That budget is actually taken up to the on-bay housing. So if you take advantage of that opportunity, you can use it out in town. Well, for 9 years, I threw away $3,000 a month, and I did not purchase. And it was because I didn't know. I wasn't educated. I didn't have the knowledge base. I always thought about it. I even went out with a realtor once and never really just followed through because of fear and lack of knowledge. So that's what's so great about us today and us continuing this educational series. I love your guys' investor series. I listened to it last week. Everybody tuning in, make sure you listen to the investor series. It's phenomenal. Talks about wealth building in Hawaii. And it is possible. It is possible to get in the market. And the beautiful thing about the service member with the VA benefit, it's zero down, which means you don't need to have anything except for good credit, good order set, and you have an automatic employment. So it gives you that extra edge to get into the Hawaii market. So with that, that's a little bit about me. So my why is to help and help other service members that not go through that same 9-year experience. They could have been investing back in themselves. So we'll go ahead and go on to the next slide, which is actually a case study of one of our clients that we had. It's a beautiful example of stepping your way into the market and then slowly building over time to build that equity. The member used their VA benefit for the first time and purchased a condo for $275,000 in Kapolei. After living in that unit for 3 years, they sold it and made $100,000 profit.
Wow.
Now, granted, right?
That's
now,
amazing.
granted, they had a really good agent. Wasn't me. Wish I could have claimed that. But I wish I could claim that. But the agent, he told the agent, I want something that's going to have growth and I want a good investment. So he ended up buying in an area that wasn't very well known. Kapolei is kind of off on the west side. But by doing so and listening to the agent and putting in the expectation of growing some equity, she knew that a mall was coming in Kapolei. And so as soon as that mall went in, that's when that service member sold the property.
Perfect.
Yeah. Location,
Yeah.
finding the right one and the right price. And
Yeah.
absolutely, that's awesome. That's amazing.
And communicating that to the agent. So the agent was able to find that potential growth. So after that occurred, then the service member purchased a townhouse and for 515,000 VA, because the service member was married to another prior service member, so it was dual.
The two benefits. Okay, cool.
So the other service member's benefit was used, and they did zero down, and they lived in that unit for a year. And after they lived in that unit, they bought a second property and put that
Wow.
100,000 down on that second
Wow.
property. So
That's
they were able
awesome.
to, yeah,
That's
it was
a
incredible.
Use the conventional loan way, because now you had the proceeds from the first investment, and then you're using conventional rates, which conventional rates are really, really good right now.
Yeah, super
Exactly.
good. Super good.
And, you know, just for
Awesome.
anyone watching, if you can put 20% down, please do that. Conventional.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes VA isn't always the best loan, right? And
There you
you'll
go.
have to, you have to talk to your loan officer and your professional. They're going to have the best recommendation for your specific case. But this is a situation and an example to show if you don't have and you want to get into the market. And then on top of that, you want to build. So from that situation, now that client not only has made $100,000 off the first property, they maintain a rental property where a family is renting from them and they're paying their mortgage. They have a rental property with the mortgage being paid by a renter. They also live in that third property, and they ended up earning over $217,000 in equity from zero to $217,000 in 7 years.
That's
Just by
great.
in their pocket. That is $217,000, and that's going to continue to grow and grow from starting, every day. So that's amazing. What a great, great study. Seriously.
Yeah, thanks, Sharon. That's great info.
So this is a great case study just for show the whole, obviously it's more than just getting into the market and buying a piece of real estate. It's showing some different ideas and methods where you can actually continue to use that VA benefit. So some misconceptions about the VA benefit is that if you are active duty prior service or a veteran, most likely you will qualify with a certain amount of service in, and also National Guard does qualify for the benefit as well. So some misconceptions about that is people just don't know. They don't know they qualify. The loan officers sometimes don't ask them, so they don't know the benefit is even available to them. So that's another thing that what's great about you guys is you're putting this platform out. We're educating people, and we're saying, hey, ask that question. If you've served ever and you've ever thought about home ownership, it's definitely something that you should look into.
You should really. You deserve it, and you're entitled to it, and you really should, can build your own wealth for, really the service that you guys have done for our country. So this is awesome. And we'll also kind of break down in a little bit later specific properties that are listed right now that are going to showcase some investing strategies we talk about in our investing series. And there are, these methods that Sharon used even with the VA, and even for people that don't have VA can use these same kind of process and steps too. But specific for military, this is absolutely phenomenal with no money down. This is just great.
Yeah. So the biggest thing I think just to add is regarding to the loan officer is going to be an important piece. And so, don't just pick anybody. We definitely have partners that we'd love to refer to you that we know will give you the education so you can make an educated decision going forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Should we I did get that off. Look at that. There we go. Boom. Our rent versus buy, right?
So we're going to go into the rent versus buy. Basically, this is a beautiful flyer that we were provided by Veterans Mortgage Source. And in this diagram, it shows what the breakdown is if you purchase or if you rent. So kind of the basic concept is if you have a rental property that's $3,000 a month, which is typically your BH, and a pretty average price for rental in Hawaii, and you times that by 3,000 by 12, it comes out to roughly 36,000, and then you times that by 3. So you're looking at ballpark about $90,000 that you can be reinvesting back into yourself, back into your rent, and then later on with the growth of the market, even with COVID, which is crazy because I've closed 4 transactions since COVID started, and the market hasn't stopped. Now, what's happened is a lot of the inventory has been pulled off, but it makes
Yep.
it so those properties are continuing to move on the normal pace. So, I think for real estate, it's always a long-term investment, and if you have that mindset, you're typically going to be successful. So back to the flyer, in the depiction there, it does show how much you're going to lose by paying someone else's mortgage, and then obviously if you buy, how much you are putting into your own equity. Now, granted, there are costs. You are going to pay taxes. There's going to be insurance. You need to contemplate if you want to keep it long term after you rotate out, or if you want to rent it, and then you'll have to break down the numbers with that. It's always good to have a backup plan. There's also, if you relocate and you're gone from Hawaii from a certain period of time, you'll have to pay sales tax by being a non-resident. So you have to run through those different scenarios and make each case is different. But the point is, with a proper strategy and a plan, you can really optimize and then go to your next duty station onto the mainland, and you might even be able to buy something almost half or all of the property with the equity you built in Hawaii.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is great, Sharon, that they're able to share this. I mean, if you just look at it from the get-go, right? I mean, you're immediately, anything that you're not able to purchase or buy renting, you're already in the negative. I mean, it's just, it's clear, right? And again, it's a great opportunity for you guys to utilize. And, this is a great diagram. So thank you for sharing that, Sharon.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, Renee, that you want to point out on this, or you're good?
I think I love the numbers, because the numbers are real. They're factual. I think the biggest thing that I keep wondering is, as a person, a service person who comes to Hawaii, you do have a choice to live on base, to rent, and buy. So my understanding is, if you live on base, though, you don't get the ba, right? So that
it takes your full ba,
right. It takes your full ba.
Exactly.
So that, so I know you have choices, but if you can get the education, so you can utilize that ba, which my understanding is tax-free, and use it to build wealth. I think that is the biggest benefit that our servicemen and women can take advantage of.
Definitely. Right? And it's a benefit that you guys deserve. So
you do.
Definitely do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's exciting, is that the three of us, hopefully we can get our message out. We can help as many service members coming to Hawaii, and also incorporate into the community. And that's why I love working with you guys, so they can have a genuine experience. Personally, home ownership is a phenomenal feeling, to know that you have something that you can go home and paint and change and upgrade and invest. And if you want to redo the kitchen and sell it later on down the road, you can do that. And it just really brings more of a home experience. And so hopefully we can share that with more service members.
I love that. And anybody that is on live, if you have any questions before we move forward, we can pause to kind of answer any questions. Please comment, go ahead and drop in the chat box. And if we don't get to you at that moment, we will answer it at the end as we look at all of those fun comments. So don't forget, thumbs up, guys.
Yay!
Thumbs up. All right. Okay.
Here we go. Okay,
Moving along.
This is my part, guys. Hey, so I get to talk about the Hawaii life. I am a local girl, born and raised here in Honolulu, Hawaii. So I guess I qualify to talk a little bit about this area. But love my Hawaii home. I've never lived anywhere else, born and raised here. And, there was a moment in time I thought, maybe I'll venture off to the mainland. But I'm like, thought about it. And in my heart, I just felt, no, Hawaii's your home. This is where you're called to live and do life. So here I am sharing the Hawaii life. So we got a few categories over here that just kind of want to tell you a little bit about Hawaii, our home. Some of the things that you can expect if you're a serviceman or a woman, family coming in from the mainland and you're moving to Hawaii, what are some of the things you can expect? So first of all, in housing, you know, we live on an island, guys. This is an island. So land is a precious commodity here. So the one thing just a little bit is you're going to find maybe smaller spaces, smaller living square footage. You might not be living in a home. You might live in a condo. But remember, this is a slice of paradise here. It definitely is worth your time here that you invest your time in our home. But smaller places, land size, maybe a small yard if you have a single family home, depending on what part of the island you choose to live. We're kind of focusing on the areas around the Hickam and Pearl Harbor Joint Base. So those areas in the skirt areas is not necessarily going to give you lots of land. You're going to find more condo environments, maybe smaller. Some of the homes we're going to highlight, you'll see there is actually one single family home, but it's older. So that's one thing, older homes. Other thing, maybe no AC, no central AC is just not
Slim to none,
first,
but except maybe on the west side, Sharon, but
in Eva. There are some
in Eva.
newer
Excuse me,
developments.
it's nice and
We'll-
cool here.
We will highlight that location.
We
and
will,
we'll
we
show
will.
you'll see, because again, we're going to be showcasing the properties at the end, so you'll see a big difference.
And those are really nice areas too,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if you want
Beautiful.
newer area. But if you want convenience, location, that's kind of what we're doing. Pearl Harbor, Hickam Base is more on the is it called Central? Is it more Central? No, Central is Mililani.
I would say it's more in the middle. I feel like
middle. That
I
is in the
consider
middle.
It's in the middle of
Considered-
the island.
Considered metro, right?
Yeah.
So metro in the Honolulu area is what you're looking at, and so those are older, generally condos, and then maybe some split level AC units or window AC units are what you're going to find there. The environment in Hawaii is a micro climate, which just means it's just different. One side of the island and the west side may be hot and sunny, and you drive over to the windward side of the island, Kailua and Kaneohe, and it's raining, right? So you're going to get different environments on different parts of the island. The other thing we want to highlight is shopping. So in the Pearl Harbor, Hickam area, you're going to be close to the commissary. Awesome. So you've got the Navy Exchange and the Pearl Harbor Commissary where you're going to get your best pricings. You as the military, you're the only one that gets to shop there. I don't, sorry,
Yeah,
but
it's amazing. I know. You guys are so
great.
lucky. Yeah.
Really great prices. But the local shopping center actually near there is Pearl Ridge Shopping Center. It's a really cute mall. I used to live on that side of the island, and just lots and lots of fun stores. Your big department stores as well, small boutiques. And the one thing I wanted to let you know, there is a local organic grocery shopping store called Down to Earth. You're going to find your healthy organic shopping there. So, if you like to go to Whole Foods, you can check out Down to Earth. So that's your shopping. A little bit about the culture. We hang loose out here.
Yeah.
It is a little bit laid back because we're island living. So you're going to say, hey, how's that? And so just a couple little tips, when you're driving on the road, don't honk your horn. It's
Yeah, we don't
nice.
honk in Hawaii.
No
We don't
honking.
Let
Shotgun.
people just hi. If
Like
if
a
someone
little baby tap. If someone's
baby
looking, like not paying attention to the light, okay, that's acceptable to just do a beep, beep. And it's very light tap where it's just like a let's
Yeah.
go. But definitely not in New York where you're like,
No. No, and then let people cut in, say, come on in, Shaka, thank you. So anyway, that's a little bit about Sharon's
the
gone again.
culture.
Yeah,
That's okay,
a
she'll
little
jump
bit
on when
about the
she's ready.
culture. Yeah, so
She'll
here's
jump
about
back on.
schools. We just got 3 schools really quick to highlight. Hickam is the elementary school. Oh wait, there she is. Let me
Click her
let
in.
her in. There she is again. There you are, lady. Okay, we're just on the schools.
You're back.
Okay, elementary school, Hickam Elementary School. Okay, I'm going to move to the screen that I can actually see. So for Hickam Elementary School, we put that on there because it's a blue ribbon school. It is close. It's on base. It's on the Hickam military base. So a little bit about it. It serves 587 students from pre-kindergarten to 6th grade. Top 5% in the overall rank, top 10% math proficiency, top 5% reading and language, and then student teacher ratio 19 to 1. Schooldigger.com. There's two websites that you can go and check it out. Publicschoolsreview.com, schooldigger.com. Schooldigger.com ranks them 10th out of 195 in elementary schools. So that's the elementary school. They have really great curriculum, though. If you go to their website, they have world-class education, and they have great goals where they their goal is to develop the self-directed learner, community contributor, complex thinker, quality producer, effective communicator, and ethical and effective user of technology. So really great school. If you're on the Hickam base or live near, you're going to need to confirm that you can send your children to that school. But just wanted to share a little bit about Hickam Elementary. So middle school, the closest middle school is Moanalua Middle. Not the only one, but kind of wanted to highlight that because the schooldigger.com ranked them number 1 of 69 middle schools. But they do serve 823 students. Those would be students in grades 7 through 8. They're in the top 10% overall rank, and top 20% math proficiency, and top 10% again reading, language arts, and student teacher ratio 18 to 1. So you can check out that school. And then lastly, Moanalua High School. That is it may not be the closest to the Pearl Harbor Hickam base, but highlighted them because they actually ranked higher. And so wanted to highlight them. They are the Menehunis. They actually have a really good reputation here in Hawaii for our local community as well. So grades 9 through 12, there's 1,942 students, top 10% reading, language, proficiency, and yay, they're in the top 5% of graduation rate.
Woohoo!
So,
Go Hawaii.
oh, great school there. And then lastly, for my part of the presentation, AlohaWhereYouLive.com is our website. We really want you to use it as a resource. I think the biggest thing, besides connecting valuable information and businesses to the community, we saw this a way for our servicemen and women who are coming in, you spouses, you are business owners, and you're looking for a way to start your business here in Hawaii. We want to give you a platform to connect. So we are doing business interviews. Love to highlight your business, post it here on our website and on our Instagram, social media pages, and really share what you do. And then introduce you to the other business owners in the community as well as the community. So that is our heart's desire, and our goal is to connect.
All right. Thank you, Renee. Awesome. Yes.
Yes.
Give us a call. Let us know before you even come to Island. We want to feature you. So that would be awesome. Let us know. Okay. And so the next portion of our, talk today is highlighting a couple of properties for you that are currently listed right now. We want to show you the money. Okay. Break down the numbers for you guys. And, Sharon and I were talking about this. We're really visual. So we love doing this stuff, and this is how we understand it. And so we hope by giving this in detail that you guys can really see the numbers and, really feel empowered to use these benefits that you do have. So the first one that we have is a listing in town area. It's Nu'uanu. It's listed for list price is 454. It's a condominium. Okay. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Total square footage is going to be 1,100. There's also a lanai, which is very nice, and it is built in 1981 but remodeled in 2020. So this particular one that we're featuring, this one's going to be your getting in the game. All right. This is the property that if you have no money down, this is the one to get started, start building your equity, do what that case study did, right? Like find that right condo or house or whatever that is and get in the game. You don't need to have money for it because you have those benefits. And so just want to show you the interior of this beautiful unit,
Cool,
nicely
beautiful.
remodeled. Great space. Love the floors here. Beautiful, spacious bedrooms. The bathrooms are updated. I mean, they just did a really phenomenal job. And I just want to point out over here too, as you can see here, there is a nice little tree area, right? So you're not really surrounded by a lot, even though the building might be a condominium, right? It's still a very, very nice unit. It's kind of, again, tucked away in that Nu'uanu area, so it's a little bit more lush over there on that side. Location-wise to Pearl Harbor Hickam, it is not directly close to the base, but it is in town. You're centrally located, whether you're going to Waikiki or you're going to be going again to Pearl City or to Pearl Harbor, which is not too far. I mean, it is a prime location. It's a great property if you do, rotate out for it to be an investment property. So this is
great.
a really, really good starter home for you guys.
This is perfect for the zero.
Yeah, it's perfect
Just
for
a quick
it.
thing. Just Nu'uanu is a really highly desirable area. It's a beautiful area and it is super convenient. And so the
Yes.
value, the price on this is actually a really great value
Great
for
value.
a single family or
It's a condo.
excuse me, a fee simple. I meant to say
Fee
fee simple.
simple. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the numbers. So purchase price again is 454. Down payment, we're doing 0% down payment for this example. Of course, if you have some money that you can put down, of course, put that into the real estate, and we'll show different examples on the next properties. Your loan amount will then be 454. Interest rate is 3.5. We're using these interest rates because that's what the going rates are, but you will have to contact your lender. They will base that on your current financial health and whatever the going rates are at that time. So 3.5 for that example. Total monthly cost is $3,055 per month. This is including your mortgage. The HOA fee, which is not high in this building, is about $450, between $600, I believe. And then property taxes, that's also included your utilities and your homeowner's insurance. So we put that estimations in there already, and that leaves you at $3,055 a month.
Well done.
Wow,
That's a really
great.
good deal.
So just to throw this in there for anybody that doesn't know, coming to Hawaii, they do get COLA. So by them moving here, not only do they have the BH, they have the COLA because of the cost of living being so expensive. And Renee actually looked it up. It was $500 to $1,500 depending on the rank.
So awesome.
Depending,
So it's a huge. Just want to throw that in there.
That's huge. So really, right, it's not then using all of the BA, right? You could use some of the COLA for the utilities in there. So that's awesome. So great. All right.
Nice,
so
good property.
Next is our Sharon Kaka'ako.
So this one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's about 1,000 square feet, and it's almost brand new. I mean, 2016.
That's brand new in Hawaii.
Yeah,
It is.
Hawaii. That is brand new.
It is.
That's brand new.
We have a lot of properties in the 60s and 70s, very still standing.
40s.
Barely, no.
30s.
30s. I'm like, when I saw that kind of 1980, I was like, ooh, 1980? That means there's no lead-based paint.
Exactly. So for anyone else that's moving here, just know that wherever you're coming from, just cut that size in half. Go ahead and take that condition down about 60%. So, it's really location. And I think if you manage those expectations and you don't get fixated on the price, you realize you are in a new market, and then you just adjust to the new market. So what I loved about this property is location. It is in Kaka'ako. It is one of the best hip trendiest, newest places. We've got some new construction that went in there in 2016.
Yeah.
And multiple buildings were built, and it's just a really cool, trendy place to be. There's coffee shops, there's great little restaurants. You can hang out. You know, it's great for anybody between 25 to about 35 is a great age group for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Lots of
way-
young professionals, business professionals there.
Yes.
Again, it's set up very conveniently where you got fitness places next to your house. So it's walking. I mean, it's really meant to try to be walkable, right? Like less carbon footprint. So awesome. Beaky bikes everywhere. Those are like the bikes that you can jump on, rent real quick and ride on over to somewhere else and jump off and drop it off. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's excellent. And so I just love that you get that towny Hawaii, but city metro aero feel. And you still get, you know, you can walk to the parks or the beaches and, you know, jump onto, you can do Uber and go into Waikiki for the weekend with your friends. So definitely a big fan of that area.
Yeah.
Super beautiful.
Yes, and all brand new stuff inside. Look at that. It's awesome. Oh, just
It
so
is,
awesome.
it
I want to
is.
live there.
So with this,
Aka'ako is the urban paradise area.
Urban paradise. Yes, definitely.
it's the cool place to be. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
of
They've been
Hawaii.
building it. Exactly. It's been upcoming. They call it SALT. We used to work there, Renee and I, at American Heart Association. And I remember back in 2015 when I worked there, it was not what it is today, which is great. So it's developing and again, with Sharon's example, right? You know, developing, everything's going to keep going up, and it's a prime location. Everyone loves Kaka'ako.
Okay.
So with this one, I did want to throw in here, you know, just to change it up a little bit. So going from Cat 0 down, getting in the market unit, this would be someone probably that has a little bit down. Maybe they've saved, maybe they have about 5%. They're still going to use the VA benefit, but they're going to put a little bit down to help with that payment. And maybe they're single. Maybe they want to buy the property and rent out to their buddies, you know, 3 guys in a unit, 3 bedroom, and divide that, usually about $4,000. I think that came out to be a $411, and that's still really good rent for a single guy that's maybe flying and stationed at Hickam that wants to pay half his BH. So I think that what I like about this one is you can use that VA benefit in a different mindset, but you can still optimize on renting it out for 3 years, building some wealth, and then hopefully we can get to Renee's level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, how many weeks ago? Yeah. Last month we talked about the different investment strategies. So, you know, I love the fact that we're also bringing that into play into this talk, because you can use different investment strategies as you're coming here to Hawaii. Now, this one that we're talking about is a home, a single family home in Pearl City. So Pearl City is near the Hickam Pearl Harbor base, and list price is $749, but this is a 3-bedroom, right? Guys, I can't really see, but if I take
3
a look at
bedroom.
it, 3-bedroom, and you've got a
2 baths.
2-bath. Living square footage is 1,021 square foot, which is okay, pretty good for Hawaii. And the land is 4,421 square foot. So built in 1988. So it is a little older, not brand new, but I think the biggest reason why we're highlighting this, it's a single family home under 750,000. So you're going to get the yard, you're going to get the land included in this living in this home. Catherine, can you move to the pictures? So here's a little bit about the home. So you've got, you know, a garage, a driveway. So that's really good versus a condo. You're not necessarily going to have a garage. So you have your own space there, a little yard. So good value though, $740 now. And so let's look at the numbers. So if a list price,
just to add, Renee, to that, it does say CPR. And just for people to understand what CPR is, sometimes they'll say condominium project regime, and there's a lot of that here in Hawaii, and that's because land is so scarce here that they will parcel specific lot. So one lot will be separated so that two single dwelling properties can be on the one lot, but you have separated land. So that's what that means. And I know a lot of people, and even mortgage companies from the mainland, they don't even understand it either. They're like, is this a condominium? Like, what are your HOA fees, right? And I know this one does just because it's in a community, but you'll see a lot of CPRs here in Hawaii.
Good. Yeah.
Good
Thanks,
point.
Kat.
Yeah.
Great point. So this could be an example for a trade up, right? Just one example. This is not your end of it all, but again, we're just kind of focusing on this particular area. So if the list price is $749 and you can bring in a 10% down payment, maybe you have a home that you have sold. This could be a way that you use the proceeds and you roll that into this home, put it as a deposit. So if 10% deposit, you choose to put that down, put a full offer at $749, that deposit is $74,900. So that'll take you down to a mortgage of $674,100. The good thing is, I know we were talking about interest rates being 3.5, but just on this morning's call, I'm not sure, we didn't talk about it, but I'm in a networking group. The loan officer on the call said they're seeing some cases where they can offer right now high 2% on refis and mortgage.
Crazy.
So maybe these costs, you can qualify for that. I'm not sure what it takes to qualify. Sure, it's good credit. But this particular mortgage, based on that 3.5% interest, is going to take you to a monthly cost of $3,027. And if you include your taxes, your insurance, the estimate, electricity as well, you're looking at $3,685 a month to live in a single family home. This particular one in that Pearl Ridge area. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
that's
That
great.
is awesome. And
Yeah.
can I just say,
Yeah.
for anybody tapping in that might not know about Hawaii, the average single family home is 809, correct? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Good mentioning that.
And the good thing about Hawaii is when you look at the 10-year span from 10 year over 10 year, we have high appreciation in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that's the biggest thing about investing in Hawaii. If you're going to hold, you are going to appreciate. Your value is going to, if just you look at history, that's just fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
So-
just basic economics, supply and demand, right? There's not that much supply here because we have so much land, right? So much area to build. So that's, the housing here is always going to be in demand.
Yeah, just having the right strategy from the get-go, right? So that's what we're here to do, is help you with that, get the right partners, the right loan officers on board, and we're here to help. So with that, that's the information.
That's it.
That was a lot, but it was good. In conclusion, we just want to say thank you for hopping on. Thanks for allowing us into your lives. And we're just here. We want to make sure that you have the best experience in transitioning to Hawaii, and that you feel that this is your home, and you can say that you really truly experience the Aloha spirit. So with that, we're going to sign off, right? Any last words, ladies?
No, thank you guys. And we look forward. We're going to do these military series every month. We're going to highlight again different locations. We'll have our amazing Sharon Penyon with us, and, Renee and I will be here doing this, and we hope to provide you guys valuable information. So let us know, give us some feedback. What else are you guys wanting to know, right? We are more than happy to put that on there. So yes, let us know. And thank you guys for joining and popping in.
So message us if we can help. If you have any questions, any follow-up questions, always just message us. We've got Sharon Pena, Catherine Chung, myself, Renee Christine Cam, wishing you a beautiful weekend and a happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much for your service
Thank
to our
you.
country.
Bye.
Aloha.
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 And Sharon, stay